That's what he should do. It's not a matter of wanting, and it's a matter of what should be. That's the only way to compensate, I would think, for having done what was done. The person is dead. That's health care.
That's health care?
Sure, that's very healthy.
How's that
That's
healthy?
very healthy for a person who has done what the person did. Any person. Willfully, deliberately, and unjustly, you kill another person.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you're entitled to one thing, kill yourself. And that you should be given every means that will help you to do that. No one else. But you should be provided a situation where you can do it, and do it at your own hand, at your own time, since you killed the other person by your own hand, on your own clock. The other person didn't make the determination of when they would be killed. You made it. Self-defense is when someone is trying to kill you. That's the logic.
Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Each individual is to responsible, quote unquote, or to blame for willfully, deliberately, and non-justly killing another individual. Now, I want to stipulate this. If you are being forced to kill another person, someone may break into a person's house and say, now, I'm going to kill your mother.
I'm going to kill your mother, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to kill your children.
Correct.
And if you don't, and I'm going to give you a gun, and I'm going to have you kill your father.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the deal. You kill your father, and I'll let your mother and your children go, or something like that.
Right.
Now the person has got a choice, but it's a hard choice.
Very hard.
That person, regardless of what that scenario is, the person who is ordered at gunpoint to kill another person for whatever reason, unjust, the person who started, who came into, who invaded, made the home invasion, that's the person who is to blame for all of it. And that's the person that you lock up. Yes, but if you do something out of fear of another person doing something to you, then that's another situation altogether, because it's not willful, and it's willful even though it may be deliberate, and it's certainly non-just. But it wasn't willful. You're doing this under coercion. You're doing it under coercion. You must make that decision, whether or not this is just, whether or not what you're doing is just. Each individual must make that decision, because if it's non-just, you don't have a right to kill anybody for a non-just reason. Nobody has that. The person doing the killing must know that what he or she is doing is non-just. Non-just means willful, deliberate. In other words, you know that what you are doing is not the correct thing to do. You know it. You know it. Not you've been lied to, but you know it. Now, if you've been lied to, that's a different thing. A person might say, that person coming in here right now, grab your gun right now. He's coming in here to kill you. You work in a grocery store, and there's a gun lying right there on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And someone comes in and says, hey, there's a guy coming in here right now, and he's coming in here to kill you. He said he's mad at you about something you said last week. He's coming in here to kill you. And so, sure enough, a fellow walks into the door, and it looks like he has a gun. And so you grab your gun. And the fellow's actually looking to kill the person who told you that. All right? And so you kill him. Well, see, you've been lied to. That's not the same thing. It wasn't willful. It wasn't deliberate. It was non-just.
Got you.
You find out later that the person that you killed was actually looking for the person that came and lied to you. The code says there's 3 things you never ask for as long as you're breathing, according to logic. Not according to Neely Fuller, according to logic.
And they are?
They are. Never ask for an apology.
Mm-hmm.
Never ask for love,
and never ask for respect. Ever. Ever.
Why?
Because an apology doesn't mean anything unless it's offered without asking. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And you can receive it if you want to and not receive it if you want to. I mean, that's just somebody apologizing. That's on them, okay? Love is something that a person will give you without asking. As an old adage, I mean,
about 30 seconds, Mr. Fuller.
I told you that I loved you, now get out. So what does that mean? Okay? Now, respect is something that you give to yourself. There's no other source of it. And this is real important because a lot of people run around killing people talking about you're dissing me.
You're dissing me.
It's impossible for someone to not give you respect.